Does God exist? Welcome to our thought-provoking discussion on one of the most profound questions of humanity. Does God exist? This question is at the very heart of human existence and has been the subject of intense debate for centuries. Let's start by acknowledging that different people have different perspectives. Some firmly believe in the existence of God, while others are convinced that God is a man-made concept. It's important to respect all viewpoints as we delve into this complex subject. The belief in God can come in many forms. Some view God as an omnipotent being who watches over all of creation. Others may view God as a higher power or universal energy that exists within everything. Science is often held up as a counterpoint to the belief in God. But interestingly, many scientists are also deeply religious. Theoretical physicist Albert Einstein, for instance, famously said, "Science without religion is lame, religion without science is blind." One argument for the existence of God is the concept of intelligent design. This idea suggests that the complexity and orderliness of the universe imply a grand designer. Some look at the intricacies of DNA or the precise conditions required for life as evidence of a divine hand. Others argue that the existence of morality points to a divine lawgiver. They suggest that our innate sense of right and wrong, and the universal human quest for justice, hint at a higher power who has instilled these principles within us. There's also the argument from personal experience. Many people claim to have had experiences or encounters that they attribute to God. These experiences, while subjective and personal, are often deeply meaningful to those who have them. Yet, there are counter-arguments as well. Atheists often point to the problem of evil as a challenge to the notion of an all-good, all-powerful God. If God is both all-good and all-powerful, why does evil exist? Some suggest that the existence of multiple religions, each with its own concept of God, weakens the argument for a single, universal God. They argue that if there were one true God, there would be a unified understanding of that God. Science also presents its own challenges to the concept of God. The theory of evolution, for example, provides a naturalistic explanation for the complexity and diversity of life, without the need for a divine designer. Others argue that the concept of God is unnecessary. They suggest that we can explain the universe and our place in it through purely naturalistic means. This perspective often emphasizes the importance of evidence and empirical observation. However, even within these arguments, there are nuances. Some see no contradiction between evolution and belief in God, while others find spiritual meaning in the awe and wonder that scientific exploration can inspire. It's also worth noting that many who do not believe in God still find value in religious or spiritual practices. They may find comfort in rituals, community, and the ethical teachings of various faith traditions. The concept of God can also be seen as a symbol representing the highest ideals of love, compassion, and justice. In this view, God is less about literal truth and more about metaphorical truth. Ultimately, the question of God's existence may be less about finding definitive proof and more about personal belief. For some, faith is a deeply personal journey, shaped by experiences, relationships, and personal reflection. In conclusion, the question, "Does God exist?" is one without a definitive answer. It's a question that invites us all to engage in deep thought and introspection. Whether you believe in God or not, contemplating this question can lead to a greater understanding of your own beliefs and values. So, continue to question, continue to explore. Keep the conversation going with an open mind and heart. Whether you identify as a believer, an atheist, or something in between, your perspective is a valuable contribution to this ongoing discussion. Remember, it's okay to grapple with doubt and uncertainty. And it's okay to not have all the answers. The journey is just as important as the destination. So, as we wrap up our discussion, we leave you with this thought: the existence of God may forever remain a mystery. But perhaps it's in the search for answers that we truly discover ourselves. Keep asking, keep exploring, and above all, keep the dialogue open. After all, it's through these discussions that we learn, grow, and come to understand our place in the universe. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of humanity's most profound questions. No matter where you stand on the belief spectrum, your perspective is valuable and appreciated. Let's continue to approach this discussion with curiosity, respect, and open-mindedness. So, does God exist? The answer is deeply personal, and it's up to each of us to decide. As we each embark on our unique spiritual journey, may we do so with openness, respect, and a keen desire to understand. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and continue to engage in these important discussions.